I'm Antoinette Anderson. We're here at James Stephens International Academy. We're getting ready to prepare Blessings in a Backpack. We are so fortunate to have this program here at our school. We want to thank Bobby Nichols and Fiddlesticks for this great program. Here's all the food. We're getting ready to set it up and get it prepared for our volunteers in the community from churches and also parents here at the school to distribute it to our kids. We want to make sure all of our kids from K through 5th grade have food on the weekends. So we give them blessings in a backpack and they take it home, and they are very grateful for this program.
My name is Denise Phillips Luster. I'm the principal of James Stephens International Academy, home of the Mighty Mustangs. I would like to personally thank the Bobby Nichols Foundation for your involvement in Blessings in the Backpack. Did you know that $80 feeds a child for the entire school year? Again, a huge thank you.
Hello, my name is Amy Kelleher. I am the Assistant Clinical Director at the Family Alliance Program at the Children's Advocacy Center. At the Family Alliance Program, we provide treatment for abused children. Our children typically go through a 12-week program, and during that 12-week program, we are helping the children identify their feelings about what happened to them in a safe environment. For the most part, they have not been allowed to feel their feelings, so this is a very important part of establishing skills for their life. So through creative interventions, we help them identify their feelings and also learn how to cope with their feelings in healthy ways, not destructive. In addition to treatment, we are also helping them process the abuse that they've endured, helping them communicate the secret they've had to hold for the majority of the time the abuse has occurred. And also during this time, we're helping children empower them by increasing their self-esteem and learning tools to keep them safe, such as assertive communication and knowing who to trust and having a safe, positive support system. One of the interventions I use with some of the children is helping them talk, basically, about what they've been through and identifying their feelings. And this can be a really fun activity. It's called What It's Been Like to Walk in My Shoes. And the children are giving a shoe, or they can bring in one of their shoes that they want to use. And they are giving a bucket full of random items. And they go through it and they figure out how to express what it's been like to walk in their shoes. Now, this shoe was done by a young lady who has a history of sexual abuse. Now, she said that she felt like she had to keep one eye in front and one eye in back. She felt like she couldn't trust anyone because the person that hurt her was in her family. And in addition, her family, the other family members, were not very supportive of her. You may not be able to see, but there are red teardrops coming from this eye. She said that because it was her family that hurt her, she was crying the red teardrops. Although you can't really see it, she felt that her teardrops were hidden by most of the people around her. Over here, she said that with the rocks, she felt very weighed down by the abuse and the secret that she had to keep. And she said even with the feathers, the light things in life, the fun things, that they were weighing her down. There was nothing fun. She also said that she felt like she couldn't tell the secret because she was threatened. So she felt very enclosed with that she couldn't let go of the secret. And in addition, she felt like she was threatened if she did tell, therefore danger would happen if she told. She also felt like her hurt, which was represented by the Band-Aid, was she was chaining her, it was trapping her. She couldn't get free from it. The bottom of the shoe is broken because that's what she said she felt like, and she still feels like. However, she was able to identify some hope in her life, and this Band-Aid she saw it as a butterfly, and although there was pain, she represented herself that, hey, I can change and I can make a change. The little umbrella was the things that helped her feel protected from all of her bad feelings and the bad things that had happened. So the things that were helping her were such as her friends and her extracurricular activities. And the last piece of this shoe that she did was a key on the inside, and she said that despite everything, that she knew the key was inside her to stop the cycle of abuse in her life and to have a good life and reach her future goals. So that is the shoe. Another project that I use is the toxic emotional garbage. And what the children do is they write down or draw their worries or anything that's making them mad, or even if it's the intrusive thoughts about the abuse that's popping in their head during school time or when they're trying to go to sleep. And they write or they draw, and then they gather the paper and they rip it up, and they use a lot of force, and I encourage that, to really use their muscles to rip this up. And then we gather all the pieces together in their hands and they throw it up in the air, and then they stomp on it, and they tell the worries or the anger or the abuse memories who's boss. And then we gather it all together and we put it in a container of their choice. I do have a bag that is full of other people's emotional garbage, but sometimes they like to actually put it in the trash. So those are some of the interventions that we use at the Family Alliance program.
I would like people to know the difference that Fiddlesticks has made in the life of the Children's Advocacy Center. Without the Fiddlesticks Foundation and the Bobby Nichols Foundation, we would not be in the building that we're in today, which we've been in for almost 4 years. The wing that you'll see over here is the Child Protection Team in our medical wing, and you'll also see here that it's dedicated to Fiddlesticks and the Bobby Nichols Foundation, because without them, we wouldn't have this. The kids that are seen 24 hours a day for abuse and neglect wouldn't be seen. We wouldn't have 3 nurse practitioners to see these kids, or all the case coordinators to do the work that they do. So without the Fiddlesticks people and the Bobby Nichols Foundation, we just wouldn't be where we are today. So we thank them, and you have no idea the difference they've made. I always cry.
Hi, my name is Jennifer Benton. I'm Chief Executive Officer of ACT, Abuse Counseling and Treatment. We're here in one of the bedrooms where we have the wooden beds that we have now. With the silicone, we have to put silicone around all the bolts and any kind of opening so that we ensure we don't have any kind of bugs get into the beds. They're not very sanitary. We have to steam clean them every month to make sure we keep the germs down to a minimum. In a little bit, I'm going to show you the metal beds that we'd like to have, which are very important for the children that are staying in the shelter and the adults. It helps keep them sanitized and promote less germs and colds and all of that. So, but as you can see, we have to caulk a lot of things in the wooden beds, and the kids write all over them, so they're very hard to keep clean and sanitary. These are the new beds we're hoping to get through your event. They are more sanitary. We can clean them up real nice. They don't have a lot of seams or screws. They're really just a big asset. We can purchase the dresser to go under the bed so that their rooms are more spacious. 2 years ago, the Bobby Nichols Charity Foundation helped us purchase the cribs, the steel cribs for our bedrooms. And we appreciate that so much. For the past 4 years have been very hard for our agency. We've suffered many cuts. We've kept our budget numbers just the same. We have not cut any of our direct services, but we've provided last year's services to over 9,900 people.
My name is Virginia Lesko, and ACT helped me out in so many ways when I was the victim of spousal abuse. They offered me resources that I never would have known about. I was able to relocate with relocation money from the state, which they guided me in the right direction. They got me an attorney so that my child would not be in danger being involved with any type of custody with the abusive father.
My name is Kathy Singaria, and I've been at the ACT shelter a few weeks now, quite a few weeks. The experience just really changed my life. The best thing that I found here was the counseling. When I came, I was in a very bad place, and I came from a very abusive relationship, and all the things that you would really worry about were taken care of, which is like when you go to leave, you're like, but I don't have any money. I don't have anywhere to live. I can't afford to live with somebody. Is he gonna come there? How are my kids gonna get to school? I don't have any of the paperwork, and I don't have food, and they take care of all those things. So those things are out of your head, and all you can do is work on getting your life back together. And I came here from 4 hours away, not knowing what was gonna happen or nothing. And this place just saved my life. To me, they're like doctors and firemen and policemen. They're like lifesavers. That's it.
We could not have survived this past 4 years without the Bobby Nichols Charity Foundation and their help. We could not. We would have had to shut our doors.